Lane Kiffin has done it again. In my opinion, he just landed the most explosive running back in the portal in Kewan Lacy. We'll talk about what that means for the Rebels right after this. All right, before we talk about Kewan Lacy, Ole Miss, and Lane Kiffin, if you like what we are doing here at Camps to Canton, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. We are trying to grow the word of college fantasy football to all of the world, and we need your help to do it. We want to try and get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of January. Please hit that like and subscribe button. All right, Kewan Lacy. I love this guy coming out of high school. He was ranked widely throughout the recruiting services, as low as running back 2 and as high as running back 37. In his senior year in high school, he ran for 1,513 yards with 19 touchdowns and added 17 catches for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was originally committed to Nebraska before flipping that to Missouri. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I love the landing spot in Missouri. With what we've seen Eli Drinkowitz do with his running backs, I thought great landing spot for a guy who has incredible burst. Didn't play much last year. Sat behind Noel and Marcus Carroll, who both had transferred up from the G5 and has now hit the transfer portal and joined a wide open running back room in Ole Miss, right? Ulysses Bentley, I believe, could get a waiver and come back, but is likely gone. Their entire running back room has either left to go to the NFL or has hit the transfer portal. We're looking at an open room here for Kewan Lacy to come in, and I think he fits in well here. He's a very explosive and exciting runner. He's the kind of guy you like to watch on Saturdays. And he brings that receiving upside, as I mentioned earlier, 17 receptions for 254 yards in his final year. He has very soft hands and is arguably, in my opinion, was one of the best receiving backs in his class. He uses his burst to hit through the holes and get to the second level quickly, is a very good stride, and hits that full speed quickly. When I say full speed, we have him at just over 21 miles per hour, which is in the 81st percentile. He knows when he gets into the open field how to make defenders miss. He's got very good start-stop ability, knows how to string together a couple moves to make defenders miss, and makes big plays look easy. He's legitimately a home run threat every time he touches the ball. The biggest knocks I had on Kewan Lacy coming out of high school was that he lacked vision and patience. Sometimes he would run into the back of his offensive line just trying to make the play instead of allowing it to develop. And I think he lacked his vision a little bit on hitting those cutback lanes when he needed to. But outside of that, this guy could be an absolute rock star for Lane Kiffin, especially if they use him in the receiving game the way they did Judkins in a limited amount when Judkins was there. But Ulysses Bentley, we heard how much Lane Kiffin raved about Ulysses Bentley throughout his time at Ole Miss, and I think Kewan Lacy can come up there and be an upgraded version of him. I think that he is, again, one of the most phenomenal backs in this class, listed at 5'1", 198 currently, so I'd like to see him get over that 200-yard or 200-pound mark, but regardless, he is an incredible player. Last year, Ole Miss ranked with the 56th ranked rushing attack. I think that takes a massive boost having Kewan Lacy. The 26th rated offensive line, which likely will stay close to the same. That's fairly good. I mean, you're talking top of the nation for the most part. I think he's going to be fine there. When you add in new quarterback, Austin Simmons, they've got Caden Lee, who was a freshman last year, played really good. They brought in Deshaun Stribling, who should fit right in to that Trey Harris role. This offense could be extremely exciting. And then again, you add an explosive playmaker like Kewan Lacy to the backfield. I think we're looking at not only a running back that is going to produce for Ole Miss and help them continue to be in the SEC race and arguably should have been in the playoff race, but continue to be on that track. You go back to what Judkins did as a true freshman, and I think Kewan Lacy can be that. He's not quite as physical a runner as Judkins is, but he's got more speed, better receiving upside, and he's just more explosive. I think this kid's going to fit in perfectly well at Ole Miss and going to be a lot of fun to watch for the Ole Miss Rebels. Ole Miss, I'm telling you, Lane Kiffin, the transfer portal king, did it again, landed a great player. And for those of you looking for an NFL comp, in our NFL athleticism database, he comps to Ray Rice and Maurice Jones-Drew. Incredible running back. Ole Miss, you guys got to steal. I hope you guys enjoy him next year in 2025. But what do you guys think? Are you excited about Kewan Lacy landing with Ole Miss? Tell me in the comments below, and we'll talk to you guys again soon.